What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And right now, yes, what you're reading in the title is correct. We're going to be creating 99 Otto Graham. We're going to be trying him out with double gunslinger and sideline deadeye. Now, you don't need to use sideline deadeye. I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to put on him. And it was just like, all right, we throw the ball to the sidelines usually, so let's see how it works. To be honest with you, it doesn't really matter for me. Will he be raid sold by the next video? It's possible. It's nothing really that crazy about him. What I would like you guys to understand, though, is that if you are having issues getting the ball out, please try at least 2 times the gunslinger. You don't have to go 4 like the Joe Burrow. You do not have to do that, but I would recommend highly that you guys at least put 2 on. All right, having 2 is definitely going to get the ball out a lot quicker than just having the 1. So right here, we're just checking out some of the prices, seeing what's really good with him. I know some of you guys that have used him have told me, he's not really that good. EA kind of, they definitely nerfed him. I remember, was it 18? You guys didn't remind me from the last video. I think it was 18 when you could truck dudes with this guy, and then EA patched it, and then you could no longer truck with Otto Graham. And if you did try the truck, you would fumble the football and it would go back for 6 and dudes would pick your moms up. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was a very, very exciting time just to have a quarterback like that was not Cam Newton, that could just go old school and just truck you. It was some of the funnest things, but of course, people complained, EA patched it, and then he just became a regular quarterback after that, and it was nothing unique about him. That's one of the biggest pet peeves about the game. Like I said, if something is OP, if that's the way that they designed it to be, look, bro, it's always something in the game that makes you counteract it. And that's just like a challenge for all of us, especially a lot of us old school guys, because many of us know that every single Madden had something. We can name every Madden and go back to it, and it had something that was OP. It was something you can do better than everybody else that you played, which is why you were a decent player. But now what happens is, if something looks crazy, and it's just too, like, a couple people complain, the game gets nerfed. ED was wild starting off a freight train, and you only ended up being able to get it 5 times, regardless of what was going on in the game. But to be honest, we dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? Most of us dealt with it. So like, I was ready for it, bro. A dude came out with Eric Dickerson. I'm like, all right, you already know, bro. Just bend over, get ready to rock and roll with EA. But we had to stop him. The same way with the Nasty Streak. Bro, I played a guy that was running Nasty Streak before anybody knew like Nasty Streak was that thing. I can't even remember the guy's name. It was one of the it was a weekend league game, and the dude came out. I think the dude that beat me, this was like it was early, way before they patched Nasty Streak on the lineman, and you could put him at tight end. The dude beat beat the brakes off me. Like, it was really, really vicious. And I was like, yo, hold on. This dude is putting a left tackle at tight end and just running and pancaking my entire team, and we are not at IHOP. So what I said was, I was like, all right, I gotta find a way to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? I didn't say, you know what, let me go start a Reddit post like, yo, listen, this is OP. I had to figure out a way to deal with it. The next time I played that same exact guy, I think he rage quit. I think I beat him by like 21 or something. Why? Because I figured out that you can't just run blitz everybody. If a dude has a guy that's running down the field like a maniac, like a bull that just got shocked right before he comes out, that's how he was running out. So you had to figure it out. Like, all right, we're gonna have to have more guys back in coverage so that obviously more people get a shot at tackling the running back. Because you guys know how I do, bro. I'm blitzing everybody, the coach, the GM, my mom's, like your mom's, like everybody's going. It is what it is. So pretty much, you guys got to understand with the gunslinger attribute, right? It looks like once all the QBs get a gold 99, most of them will get gunslinger in all of the actual slots. So because he actually chems to a 98, well, his final tier is a 98, and we're going to chem him to a 99. He does not get the 4 slots. Therefore, he does not unlock gunslinger in the first slot. So that's one of the things that I wanted to point out to you guys if you do want to try him. All right, now, let me just give you guys a bit of an overview about the card. What did I feel about it when I threw the ball with him? What was it like? He, with 2 gunslinger, was very, very similar to Joe Burrow. So maybe there is something going on, like, the strong arm QBs, maybe they only need 2. You see what I'm saying? Joe Burrow's an improviser type QB, similar to Aaron Rodgers. It's a different type of situation. So it could be that. I'm not sure. What I was also thinking was like, like the pass lead elite. What if we, we stack that? Will we go back to Madden 12? There's a lot of things that I've been thinking about, since we've all come to the conclusion that, bro, things are getting stacked wildly and it's outrageous, it's time to just keep it going, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Ultimately, what we need to do is to figure out exactly what are we going after in Madden 21. Do me a favor, guys. Write down in the comment section, what abilities are you trying to come out with day one and just destroy your opponent's hopes and dreams? Are you gonna go back to Nasty Streak? Are you gonna go ahead and try to use Streak Specialists? What are you going to try to see to to get your wins early on before EA starts going wild with the patch? What are you looking for? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Regardless of what people are doing, and you know what's funny? We're gonna actually go into a game now where I'm gonna be playing somebody. He seems like a really good player. He has a fake coach as well in the gameplay that's gonna be coming up. So once you play against somebody with a fake coach, it's a hell game. Automatically, it's a hell game. Like, there's nothing to really talk about. You are going to experience hell on earth. All right. So pretty much what happens is this, right? He's gonna have his outside corners. Well, one of them is going to be a safety, but he's going to have abilities on them. Pretty much, I guess that's what people are doing to stop the streak, but you're going to see how we adjust it, because having universal coverage, it appears that it does help you get the knockouts and also the interceptions. I just wanted to point that out as well. But we have to figure out now, what are we going into Madden 21 with? I would love to hear some of the stuff that you guys have to say. Like, I want to know, do you want to make sure that your opponent just puts the game back in the case if he buys it from a brick and mortar store, or just delete the digital download? Like, bro, we got to see, because I'm telling you right now, abilities are here to stay. Okay, I don't feel that they're gonna give more than 3 on either side of the ball, but I believe that abilities are here to stay. I know some of you guys are like, yo, they should give us a 4th, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Make the special teams be separate. Like a guy like Devin Hester, make him have an alternate ability to where he always has it on kickoffs and punts. Yeah, that sounds good, but I don't know. All right, it's a very, very good idea. We have to see how that actually comes together, but it is what it is. I just wanted to show you guys really quickly. I failed you guys again. I was only able to get 22 wins this week. I suck. It is what it is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on from that. Whatever happened, it happened. It is what it is. We're going to try to do better the next week. That's all we can really do, man. We are chasing at 25-0, but if you guys want to see those losses, you can check it out on GmiasWorld Gaming, or you can go to Twitch and just check the past broadcasts for when we streamed Weekend League. But again, GmiasWorld Gaming on YouTube is going to definitely have that popping off very, very soon, so you can check out those losses as well. So now, when we jump into the game, I'm pretty sure some of you guys know who this guy is, because I've seen the name before. I just didn't know exactly how I remember the name, but you're gonna see that they're gonna be running that typical the wide trips out of the Pats. Very, very, very annoying. Very, very annoying offense. The one thing that I did notice though is the way that he has it is all typical. You see, like, the center has the ability, Torrey Holt has an ability, and his quarterback. That's pretty much what the set is. And then you use Torrey Holt to do weird things like corners, posts, stuff like that. You go for the, he had the slant coming off the other side with the motion. It's a typical offense that it's, depending on how you play it, it can be very, very annoying. Now, listen, this is one of the things you can do to really box it. You can just play coverage. Because for some reason, when you just play coverage and they have that center with the ability, he's kind of not as good. But when you blitz everybody, right there, I don't know what I was doing. I must have had the dude in the wrong zone on the outside, and he motioned the guy off, and that was pretty much it. What happens is, if you send 3, say you come out in dime 1-4-6, right? And you send 3, and those outside guys have abilities, you're gonna be in a situation where you're able to get instant pressure in some cases, and sometimes you get an insta sack. But for the most part, you just go for 6 then. Go for 6. That's the way we spin move around here. You're gonna be able to get a little bit more coverage against that formation, because typically, the run plays out of that sucks. So it's not going to be a guy that's going to usually be running the ball a lot, so you got to pretty much just have something for the pass. Right here, you can see he has abilities. He gets the pick right there. He was able to click on. He's running it one-on-one, right? And he's running edge blitz. And, pretty much, I guess he's playing over the top, so that way he could just be right over it and make sure that he's ready to go for the actual, positioning to try to get a pick. Now, I've played guys that have done this before, because there's different ways to try to defend the streak. The problem is this, right? Because we're using Otto Graham, everything is off with the timing. So it's going to take me some time to kind of figure out, all right, based on the way he throws it, how's he throwing it, you know what I'm saying? Is it the same thing? And I'm going to tell you right now, with Gunslinger, it's a completely different, release for each quarterback. even though it comes out super fast, it's still not something that is a release that's consistent with everybody. Like, everybody won't have it. So you can see, I paused it here for you guys to see it. Night Train Lane, universal coverage, right? Over here, universal coverage on Ronnie Lott. So he understands that, you know, he doesn't want to get streaked. But guess what? I don't care what he wants. And you shouldn't care what he wants either. Still moss him. Now, you may throw a pick, you may throw 2 picks, but you have to be able to understand what your opponent is doing. That is the only way you're going to be able to deal with it. Now, right here, you see like how I'm dropping that, but it should be a catch, typically with the way that it is. You know, he's much bigger than Ronnie Lott, and he's getting up higher. EA Sports is going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Right there, we had to hit a dot real quick. EA Sports is going to give him the benefit of the doubt simply because he has abilities. Right there, he picks me up again. So that's 2 picks. 2 picks that he's throwing, you know, Otto Graham. But it's not, you know, it's not typical for me to get picked off with that. But again, most people that have abilities on their corners, I don't like, it's not usual for me to have major problems with it. But he was playing, you know, a specific type of defense that people have been sharing in the community to help stop the streak. So it was my job to not fail you guys. Because if I stop throwing the streak, it's like, okay, he knows what he's doing. And he has no idea what he's doing. So I'm not worried about it. He can have abilities. He can have all kind of things, bro. It doesn't really matter. We're still going to throw that streak. We just have to adjust with what we're doing and try to figure it out. Now, over here, the reason that I'm showing you guys this is because on the left side, I actually have that guy in man coverage. And then when you try to put him into a zone, once they start motioning, it's something about this set with the guy being close. It happens also in like the tight formations. When you try to audible to put him into like a, you know, outside zone, inside zone, he will go to a spy. That's the way that this guy scores his first touchdown. All right, so I just want you guys to understand, if that outside guy, you're manipulating it, once he's in man, or, you know, once he comes out of whatever he's in, be very, very careful to check and look at the play art. Because for some reason, it automatically turns that guy into a spy. And we're not going to let that happen again. And I'm aware of it, but I just didn't know it was that wild with it. You know what I'm saying? Right here, he had to go ahead and get streaked. Okay, I cut back into crazy. I could have absolutely just ran that all the way in for 6, though. Okay, so he's sending everybody. He's been sending everybody all game, but it hasn't really been an issue because we've been getting decent blocking. But right now, you see how he went from, you know, trying to be a man and go man-to-man and one-on-one to double coverage? He understands that he's not as good as he thinks he is at stopping the streak. So he has to go ahead. He's like, yo, you know what? They said all this stuff about being able to stop it, you know, with this coverage. It's not going to work against this guy. He figured that out early, that he's not going to be able to just do that one-on-one stuff. Because remember, depending on the user that you play against, you may have to adjust the timing. This is not like Madden 17, where it's just all one universal timing and, you know, you can swerve a dude. And I see a lot of dudes that are doing it, and they're just doing a simple swerve back and forth. This guy will pick you off every time if you don't understand timing. That's the difference between this and Madden 17, and why a lot of you guys just consistently throw picks and you don't understand why. Until you understand, you know the mechanics of the way that you click on and the positioning of your players and stuff like that. It's not just about clicking on. Like right here, I pretty much got the gist of what he's doing. So he's pretty much done after that. Once I realized what he was doing, he's making a few adjustments. I think he's probably playing inside too. He's doing a lot of weird stuff because I can see it from his corner. It's not like it's something that you don't notice when the guy comes out. You can see which side the corner is going to, how he's moving, and you can figure it out right there. I don't know what he was doing. Bro, I thought he was going to run after him and pick that, but he didn't. Whatever. He tried to send out every route on that play too. It is what it is. I'm not really worried about it. As we go forward right now, we're going to get more into the depth of the game. You see, we only down 3. Somehow, some way, Deion Sanders makes it around. I don't know how he did it. It is what it is. All right? Okay, right here. Look at this. I don't even, bro, I have no words. I don't know what to say. I've been telling you guys, through my body, do me on the floor. Like, bruh, I'm telling you right now, that play right there, when that happened, I was like, you know what? EA wants me to lose the game, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to battle, even though we're getting dotted uncontrollably. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting dotted, dudes just running it in for 6. Whatever, man. It is what it is. I'm going to tell you this right now. At the end of the day, you need to make sure that you are ready to go no matter what. All right? Now, look, he did it again. I told you, it's GG's. I understand what he's doing with his corners now, abilities or no abilities. I understand it. And that becomes part of timing and understanding what's happening as far as, you know, mastering it. Because a lot of you guys, look, if you lab this and you lab it against a CPU or whatever, it's not the same against a human opponent that actually clicks on. It's completely different, okay? This is definitely something that you guys have to understand. It is absolutely different opponent to opponent. Right here, he just hits me with that route. I don't understand why nobody played that, and I zoned him right there, man. I zoned him there. So we're down 10, 2:41 left. I don't feel like losing, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. And this guy, he's not good. Like, put it like this. He knows what's going on, but for what I'm doing, he's not gonna stop. Like, I'm not gonna allow this man to stop me. I'm not gonna allow it, bro, because I'll be letting down you dudes that's out there throwing streaks, ruining dudes' dreams, bro. I'm not gonna do it. So right here, we just, you know, adjust the defense. I understand what he wants to do. He's motioning everybody. He's being an idiot. Right there, he goes for the 3rd and 18. We send everybody. He tries to go for the inside. And the reason that I sent everybody off the side like that was for him to do a quick pass. If he could have waited one more second, he would have actually gotten that off, which would have been kind of scary. So right here, we go ahead. We get hit sticked right away. We need to get into field goal range. That's number 1. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try this. Double coverage is not a problem for me, but he's able to play it because he has one guy, you know, with universal coverage and then the secondary help. He's very, very scared at this point. He's straight Jordan Peele meme with the sweat coming down, but he's still not playing any defense, and we know that. Right here, we should have went for 6 right here. I thought we had to block. It didn't work out the way that we thought. It turned out to be something that just wasn't what it was supposed to be. It is what it is. We go ahead and, you know, we go ahead and take our field goal. Now we're going into overtime. Now I want to point out, before I show you guys what happened in overtime, I didn't run certain plays against this guy because I didn't need to. But we're going to just come out and we're going to run the ball as soon as overtime starts, because he's so geared up and ready to go with all these, you know, trying to get maul situation, and he knows how to stop the streak. We're going to come out and just simply run the ball out of a different formation, and he's just not going to be ready for it. And that's pretty much what it was. Like, first play, he just wasn't ready for it. Right here. That's it. We don't need abilities. And that's the game, bro. So at the end of the day, you guys got to understand, defense is going to win championships. Obviously, if you just allow this guy to run around and run amok with wide trips, he's going to do whatever he wants to you, yourself, and your moms. You got to be okay. And like I said, he had a fake coach out there. When you play dudes that got fake coaches, EA gives them some type of boost. It's been going on for years. So you got to be careful with that as well. Again, he had outside, his outside corners had abilities. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult to actually get the streak off. But practice makes perfect, and we will not be denied. And that's pretty much what it is. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Continue to be safe. Let me know what you thought about Otto Graham. And be quick, because the dude might be getting Rachel'd as we speak. Until next time, one love, y'all.